So I've received a lot of comments and questions from you guys asking for more videos about dropshipping on Amazon. So in this video, I'm going to be going over my 3 things that you need to know when dropshipping on Amazon. Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Noah and I like to make videos talking about e-commerce, dropshipping, and wholesale. So in this video, I'm going to be going over 3 of the things that I wish I would have known when starting to sell on Amazon. And I think if you're going to be dropshipping on Amazon, these things are crucial things that you need to know. I've been selling on Amazon for roughly about 1.5 years now, and recently I did my best month where I did over $30,000 in the month of December. A few of my sales do come from Amazon FBA, but most of my sales come from dropshipping. I am sending the product straight to the customer from the manufacturer's warehouse. So like I said in the intro, I'm going to be showing you 3 things that you need to know when dropshipping on Amazon. I'm going to be showing you how to set up shipping templates. I'm going to show you how to adjust your handling times, as well as I'm actually going to show you how you can charge for expedited shipping to make more money on each order. This way you can offer the right handling and shipping time in order to make sure that your Amazon metrics are good and that your account won't become suspended, as well as you can actually offer expedited shipping and you can actually get some other profit because the customer is going to pay more in order to receive the item sooner. So without talking anymore and making the intro any longer, let's jump into my computer so I can show you. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is making sure that you're offering the right handling time. When you dropship on Amazon, you are going to be fulfilling the items yourself. That's called FBM, which stands for Fulfilled by Merchant. If you were going to be sending items into the Amazon warehouse, that would be called FBA, and there you would literally send the package into Amazon's warehouse and they would ship all the items out themselves. Whenever Amazon delivers an item, they usually do it within 2 days. That's typically the standard for Prime. They also do 1 day, and in some cases they're able to do it in a few hours. When you first start drop shipping on Amazon, you are going to be creating a listing and you're going to be listing it as Fulfilled by Merchant. Whenever you list it initially, it's always going to usually have 1 to 2 days as handling time. The handling time is the time between when you get an order and whenever you ship it. That's all the time that you need to pick, pack, and prep the item. So you have the handling time, which is where you prepare the item, and then you have the shipping time, which is how long it actually takes the item to get to the customer. So right now on the screen, I have this listing of this candle warmer, and let's say I wanted to start drop shipping this candle warmer. If I was going to go and I was going to start offering this product through a listing, what I would do is I would go down to the bottom, I would scroll, and I would basically click sell on Amazon. So that brand was actually gated, so I couldn't actually list that item. But let's say I wanted to start listing this candle warmer instead, and I was going to do the same process where I would scroll down and I would click sell on Amazon. Once you click that, it's going to bring you up to the offer page, and this is where you are going to put in all of your listing details. You're going to put in the price, you're going to put in the quantity, and all of that information for your listing. So whenever you create a standard listing, you always have the standard information that's going to show up. You can put in the price. So let's say I wanted to do $21. Then I was also going to put in my SKU. You can put in the condition, which is new, then the quantity. So let's say I have 12 of them. And the last thing is that you see that it will say, I will ship it myself, meaning that you're going to be shipping it as FBM. Now this has all of the basic information, but it doesn't have all the information that you want to actually put. Whenever you are creating a listing on Amazon, you always want to click Advanced View, just so you can actually input a couple of more details. Now you have a lot more options. You could input a sale price, you can put the date from when that sale will run, you can also put in a couple of other information, and if you keep scrolling down, you're going to get to one of the most important things that I think a lot of people who are dropshipping on Amazon overlook. So right here you have the handling time, and as Amazon states, this is going to indicate the time in days between when you receive an order and from when you are actually going to ship it out. So some of your suppliers might ship it out within 1 day, some of your suppliers might ship it out within 3 to 5 days. Whenever you are offering an item on Amazon, you want to make sure that you are putting the accurate handling time, because if you actually don't fill it out, Amazon will automatically put it as 2 days, but if your supplier takes 5 days to ship it out, then it's going to get there late to the customer, and that's going to negatively affect your Amazon account. So the first thing that you always want to do is you want to make sure that you are putting the correct handling time. If it's only going to be 2 days, or if it's only going to be 1 day, then I'm going to put in 2 right here. If it's going to take 6 days or 5 days, then I'm going to input 5. This is going to give me enough time to allow my suppliers to ship out the items to the customer, and it's also going to prevent anything negative from happening to my account. So the second thing that I'm going to be showing you how to do is how to change your shipping settings and how to set that all up to make sure that you are offering the correct shipping times to your customers. So when you're on your Seller Central homepage, what you want to do is you want to hover over settings, and then you want to go down and you want to click on shipping settings. Now yours might look a little bit different than what I have up. I've already messed around with it, and this is my other account. This is kind of what I do everything on. So once you're on this page, this is where you can access everything. You can create different shipping templates, and you can also offer expedited shipping, which is going to allow you to get more money. So you might only have one template, but if you have multiple templates, you're going to have one that says the default, and the default means that whenever you're creating a new listing, this is the template that that new item will be associated with. Now, the good thing about the shipping templates is that you can actually create multiple templates and you can actually associate different ones with different items. So you'll see right here that I actually have 4 different templates, and let's say I have a supplier that takes 5 days, or let's say I have a supplier that takes 2 days. I can actually go ahead and I can create 2 separate templates, and I can put both of those templates with the right items. So this means that I am reflecting the correct shipping times to my customers and that the item is going to be getting there within the appropriate shipping times, and Amazon is not going to flag my account or it's not going to affect my metrics. So the way that you can go ahead and that you can edit your shipping templates is that you can basically go to all the way to the right of your screen and you'll see a section that says edit template. Now what you want to do is you want to click that, and then from there you can actually edit your template. So once you're on the edit page for the template, I always use my supplier's name as the template name. This way I know which template goes for which supplier. So if I was going to be working with a company that was called Bob's Furniture, I would put in here Bob's Furniture. The next thing that you have right here is called the rate model. This is how it's going to charge extra shipping, or how it will actually charge shipping per an item. I usually leave it on per an item and weight based instead of price branded. It's not always going to be as accurate on Amazon, since a lot of people who create the listings don't put the right weight, and most of the items that we are going to be selling are free shipping, so it doesn't really matter. But when you scroll down, here is where you actually have all of the information that is going to be crucial whenever you're creating a shipping template. So as you'll see, you have a bunch of different options to choose from. You have your domestic shipping and you also have your international. Now, most people who are drop shipping on Amazon are not really going to be affected by the international. I don't ship out most orders international. So what I usually do is I only mess with the domestic, and you have several options that you can actually choose from. Now, if you offer 1-day delivery, or if your supplier does offer that, you can actually offer that. You can offer 2-day delivery. I usually offer expedited shipping, and I also standard shipping. Those are typically the only 2 things that I do offer. Now, the reason that I only offer those 2 is because, like I said, this is going to be your time window for when you can get an item to a customer, and if it arrives later from that, it's going to negatively affect your account. Now, you can set up how you want to, but typically I'm going to be showing you how I do it. So I always offer the standard shipping. Now, this is going to be the free shipping. I always put it as the transit time. Usually I'll do 4 to 8 days. You can also have it on 3 to 5 days. Now, it's also important to know that the shorter shipping time that you have, or the quicker that you're able to get it to a customer, the more likelihood that you have of actually ranking higher in a buy box and being more eligible for it. But again, you have to balance that with, are you going to be able to get the customer that item in the time window that you promised? So you want to make sure that you are also offering competitive shipping rates or competitive shipping times, but that you're also delivering on what you promised. Now, most of my suppliers either ship out with UPS, FedEx, or First Class using USPS. I also go ahead and I create the labels for a lot of the orders so I can go ahead and I can get really good shipping times. Now, most of my suppliers do not ship out to PO boxes, so I usually leave that unchecked. And again, we're going to be offering free shipping, so you want to make sure that this says 0, and you also want to make sure that this says 0. But if you are going to be charging for shipping, you want to go ahead and you will input that here. Now, like I said, I usually don't go by weight based, just because a lot of the listings are not the correct weight. So what I would do is I would do per an item. So again, I'm going to show you that in expedited shipping, but this is kind of how you can adjust everything for the shipping template. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and edit the regions, what you would do is you would click edit, and now you can go ahead and you can select all of the different regions that you want to ship to. So all of the different states, all of the different regions. I usually do not ship to protectorates, and I also do not ship to military bases, and I also do not ship to Hawaii or Alaska. If the customer does want to go ahead and purchase the item from me, I would go and I would set up a separate shipping template, just because shipping to those locations is pretty expensive usually. So once you set up the free shipping for your items, next I'm going to show you how to set up expedited shipping. So for expedited shipping, you want to make sure that your suppliers can actually accommodate this. If your suppliers cannot accommodate this, what I would also do typically is I would go ahead and for the standard shipping, I would make this 4 to 8 days. Now, this is usually longer than what it would take if my suppliers were shipping out the items. But as an added bonus, if the customer wants to get it in a shorter time, then I can go ahead and I can put this for 2 to 4 days, and I can actually charge them more money. But since I am making this longer, the item is going to automatically get there in 2 to 4 days. But this way, I'm just guaranteeing it, and I'm getting a little money extra. So what I do for expedited shipping is I make sure that I can actually deliver on this time as usual. And typically I will either select 1 to 3 or 2 to 4, depending on the supplier or depending on the items. So once you have adjusted the transit time, make sure that you go ahead and you edit the address type. Then you're also going to go ahead and you're going to mess with the regions, and you're going to make sure that you selected all of the regions that you are able to deliver to. So the next thing is that you want to go ahead and you want to put the surcharge or the shipping fee for your expedited shipping orders. I typically go ahead and I'll make this $10 or I'll make this $15. Again, it's going to depend on the size of the item. A lot of items that I do sell are LTL. They're very big items, so I can't be going ahead and I can't be offering $15 for an LTL item that weighs 200 pounds. So for those items, what I would do is I would create another shipping template, and I wouldn't actually have expedited shipping. But for smaller items, or items that are going to be going on this shipping template, let's say they're going to be smaller items and it won't actually cost me that much to get them expedited. So usually I offer about $15 or I put $10, and then per an additional item, you can actually offer some more money. So make sure that you have it selected on item and not pound. And then what I would do is I would put this at maybe $2.50 extra, or maybe I'd put it at $5 extra. This way, for every additional item that they go ahead and they put into their cart that are my items, it's going to charge them $5 extra. So once you're done with all of that and you've actually set up all of the different templates, all of the different information in your template, you're then going to go and you're going to hit save, and it's going to save your template. So what I normally do is I set up all of the different templates for my different suppliers. So if I have a supplier that doesn't offer expedited shipping, or I have a supplier that takes longer shipping times, I will go ahead and I will always create different shipping templates for each supplier. Now, some suppliers do overlap, and you can go ahead and you can create a shipping template for maybe 2 or 3 or even 5 suppliers. But if a supplier offers bigger items, I would go ahead and I would create a shipping template so those bigger items don't go ahead and they don't have expedited shipping, or they don't go ahead and it says that it's going to be delivered in like 3 days. The last thing to note is that if you want to go ahead and create a new shipping template, you would just go ahead and you would click this, and then you would say that you do not want to copy from anything, and then you would just click OK, and then you would basically follow all the other steps that I previously showed you. Another thing that you can do is that you can set your new default template. Let's say that you have a template that you want to use as your default one. This has all of the things that are usually for your items. So what you can do is you can click on the template, you can click the down arrow, and you can click set as a default template. This will go ahead and it will set it as your default, so that whenever you're creating a new listing, this will be the template that it's automatically assigned to. So the last thing that I'm going to be showing you in this video is I showed you how to set the default template, but let's say that you don't want to actually use that default template. What you would do is when you're actually selling something on Amazon, you'd go back to that listing, you would click advanced view, and then you have right here where it says shipping template, you can actually go ahead and select the template. So you're going to click the down arrow, and now you can select which template you want to associate this item with, and then you would just basically save this item, and then you would list it for sale on Amazon. So those are 3 things that I think most sellers need to know when drop shipping on Amazon: how to go ahead and adjust the handling times, how to create templates, and also how to offer expedited shipping. So I hope that this video was able to help you. These are definitely 3 things that I wish I would have known when I started selling on Amazon, especially when I was selling on drop shipping. I was getting a lot of people that were going ahead and I had the wrong shipping time, I had the wrong handling time, and I didn't know how to adjust it to make it better for my metrics. So your account metrics and your account health are some of the most important things that you need to watch when selling on Amazon, and having the right handling time, having the right shipping time is going to make sure that none of your items are going to be arriving late, and that your account is always going to be in good standing and not at risk of suspension. So thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that I was able to help you in some way. So if you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see another type of video, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.